Monday. Welcome to Musicians Hangout with your hosts, Crash Fistfight and Maxine Maxwell.
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Hot Monday here in the Pacific Northwest. Woo! It is so hot. It is crazy. Crash is working the World Cup. Like, what?
I like to call it nightmare
Oh, my gosh.
on Jackson Street.
You deserve some kind of an award after this week. Seriously, friends. Seriously.
It has been a rough couple weeks because, like, the week before the World Cup, we had these watch parties downtown. And,
just building up to everything, and now here we are, and it is crazy in the heart of Seattle. It is insane.
Yes. Well, a lot of foreigners too. A lot.
Wow. Well, everybody's coming. Everybody's coming for the World Cup. They want to see, they want to be part of it, and they want to enjoy, beautiful Seattle. And it, Seattle's awesome. It really is. And
it really is.
I'm just glad we get to see your face tonight. Woo!
I'd miss this? No way.
Hell no. Oh my gosh. We got some awesome guests. So we've got some friends of ours joining us, and we've had them on our show before, but they've expanded their band, and we can't wait to hear all about it. So I will go over our mission statement, and then we'll bring their band up to the stage. Our mission statement here on Musicians Hangout is to be part of a revolution, to create friendships with other artists, and build a community network to save music. Independent music, independent artists.
Yes.
Humans, man, we're saving it.
Trying to, one band at a time.
We are trying. So tonight, we have our friends of ASNT in the house. Bring them on up.
Working on it.
Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, love you. Hi, Bruce. Welcome back.
Hello.
The original ASNT members, and now we've got Steve. Hey, Steve.
Oh my gosh.
And Shazah. Hello.
I cannot hear you guys.
Oh, yeah, he can't hear.
We hear you.
We hear you.
Yeah, we do.
Watch what you say.
We've got.
All right, well, then he's going to just smile and nod, I guess. I can tell him what to say. If you ask questions, I can text him.
Oh my gosh, I have no audio.
How about
I'm so
text
sorry.
him and tell him to sign out and come back? Because we'll hopefully reset it by doing that.
Okay, and come back. You got it.
Always.
I just told him.
Difficulty. That's okay. This many screens, this many broadband.
Cindy was saying that it was 110 in her car.
Oh my goodness, Cindy, that's crazy. Wow.
In Seattle today, it reached 90 degrees.
Oh man.
90?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just saw that my girl Kiki's out there too. Kiki, oh my gosh. I love you, honey. And Rock Mama and Cindy. Oh my God. The gang's are here. Love, love, love. And my Danny Perkins there. My friend Danny's here. Oh, I got some love in the house coming on in here. I love it. Thank you, sweethearts.
Yay, that's awesome. Hi, everybody. Kiki, love ASNT. Yes, we do too.
Yeah.
Kiki's a legend in her own right, as many people are on this chat. So Kiki's a legend. So Ion Magazine, that's Kiki. So she's incredible. We've been friends for a long time. She's just a beautiful soul. She's also a warrior for the independent artist.
Oh, love it. Thank you, Kiki.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
Now, Shazah. Hello.
Can you hear us?
Now.
Community.
No,
He's just
got
looking
nothing.
at us. He's got nothing. Darn it.
All
right.
It's
Well,
not even coming up on my computer yet.
all right. Well, he's going to have to wait. I know, Kiki, right? Look at that. Shucking out. I know.
Right? And he's a bass player. Technically challenged.
It's always the bass player. I swear to God.
Oh man, sorry, bass players.
I know. It's awful.
Well, while we try to troubleshoot that, we can, interview you guys about, your project, your band. So anyone that didn't meet ASNT before, tell us a little bit about what you guys have been up to lately.
Well, as you two know, but some of you may not know, is we have been a duo for many, 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 many years. And then September, was it a couple of years ago, Bruce, I think?
Yeah.
You're coming back from Vegas, which we do a lot. Coming back from Vegas, having some food. And I don't know who said it to whom, but we said, we should probably have a full band.
You said it to me, and we were doing a thing like, I feel like maybe once every year or so, Christina would say, well, do you think it's time that we expand to a full band? Or I would say it to her, and we'd look at each other and go, no, we're doing this thing with the duo, and we had this kind of gimmick thing where I was doing the one-man band looping thing, and she was singing, and we were having a lot of fun, and we kind of didn't want to stop, but we started to realize that we were limiting ourselves live, and we wanted to bring the full power of what we could do if we had a full band. And that on that day we were like, yeah, let's do
We
it.
both finally agreed. We were like,
what? Okay.
And so then I got to work. I got to work straight up. And there's interesting stories behind this particular iteration of the band. We've had one other iteration, did not work as well as we'd hoped, but this is the iteration. But there are some interesting stories, but that was it. It was a conversation we've had so many times, and we were both like, no. And this time we were both like, yeah. And then we just got to finding people.
Wow.
We were fiercely defending what we were doing. We were like, no, you will understand us. This is, this is cool. We are cool. And the audiences that were there were really into it a lot, as you guys know, because you've seen us.
Yes.
So we wanted to capitalize on that, but eventually I think people were like, okay, yeah, we've seen your gimmick, and we're like, okay, fine. So we wanted to kind really rock out.
Limiting. Yeah, it seemed like it might be limiting us, and then you weren't hearing Bruce's full vision for the music in the way he intended it.
Yeah.
And now we have that.
For more layers, because Bruce,
so do you
did all the layers. You were.
Do you still use your looper, Bruce?
I don't right now. No, it was really kind of nice to get untethered. Haha, pun. From that's one of our songs. From all that stuff, and just be able to focus on guitar and just not have to be constantly pressing buttons with my feet and all that stuff. It took me a while. I had to wean off of it. It was like this part of the song I have to hit this button. No, wrong. Yeah. So I was able to stop doing that. I still have the hand sonic for some effects and some keyboard sounds and that kind of thing that are programmed in there, but it's all live and no looping.
Yeah, it's funny because we tried to not use it, and actually Steve was like, no, it's cool for these couple things. So then we ended up keeping it for a couple songs because Steve was like, no, it's pretty cool, because these, I believe, and Steve can certainly speak for himself, but I believe it's because he learned it that way too, because that's what the track sounds like.
Oh,
but Steve, please speak for yourself, Steve.
Not sure if he's frozen.
Yeah, Steve. So
is he frozen?
I'm hearing the audio, but my video froze. I don't know why. But can you hear me? Are you hearing me?
We can
hear you.
Yes.
It froze on a very you look very professorial, so
You're
that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
Yes.
I am deeply thinking.
Yes, perfect.
It's
yes, we do.
What's the famous statue? I am, or
The Thinker.
The Thinker. Yes, right. That's my version of it.
I love it.
Nice.
Shazar has returned.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm back.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yay!
That's beautiful.
Yay.
Oh, it's going to go downhill from now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here.
Oh my goodness. So here's some story time. Are you ready? You don't have to ask me questions. You just wind me up, ladies. You just make me go.
Tell us all about it.
We love stories.
So interesting story. So how we got Steve, and I can only describe it this way, and I hate that it might bother people, but I band flirted with Steve. Now, what does that mean? I did not know what it meant till the day that we played a show with him and a band, another one of the many bands he's in. I'll let him talk about that. And I went up to him after and I said, "Man, you're a really good drummer. I mean, really good. It was really good." I think he was taken aback. I'll let him speak to that. And then he said something very interesting. What did you say, Steve? When I said, "Hey, you're really great," first you looked stunned, like, "Well, you're talking to me? That's crazy." But then you said,
I don't remember what I said actually.
"Well, I remember." You said something about our existing drummer at that moment.
Oh, yeah, I just said that the drummer that you're using that is currently playing with you wasn't really grooving.
And he wasn't.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, sorry." I said to that, I said, "Well, funny you should say that because we're looking for a drummer. Know anyone?"
Yeah.
And he was like,
well, I asked well, you said you were auditioning or you were trying to audition drummers. Yep. And so I asked what songs of the songs I had just heard that you were going to audition with. And then I knew they had another show coming up, Riverside or someplace. And so after that show, I sent Christina a message and asked how the show went because I was kind of hoping that their drummer would come around and that they would be happy with him. And she replied that she wasn't. So I asked her to send me the set list and I learned the music and then we got together a couple weeks later.
He learned the entire set list.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we were like sufficiently impressed. And we had auditioned a couple other people. We did the auditions though virtually mostly. Where we gave them a couple of songs and we gave them the track without the bass and then without the drums. We did that for the bass too. And then they would send it back and we'd be like, we'd be like, okay. Unless you were local. If you were local, then sometimes it depends on how it worked out, but yeah, I mean, we had a few people that we listened to and, we really, really liked Steve. I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to let Bruce speak because I'm not a drummer. Bruce is a drummer.
You're doing great.
Doing it that way though, but having tracks to play along with is a sort of a test of not just playing, but also what your technological readiness is. Can you record stuff on your own? Can you split tracks? Can you do any of those other kinds of things that relate to songwriting?
Absolutely.
No. Did not.
My parents hubby can, but I don't.
That's what we hate. That's what we pay the people who record us to do.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
But I froze for a minute there. But yeah, with the drummer that we started with, good guy. I don't want to slander him in any way, and he put a lot of his heart and soul into it. He really lacked that sort of groove in his playing. He didn't connect with the bass player. He didn't connect with me on guitar, and it was kind of, he seemed to be struggling a lot. And when Steve is audition, and he was rock solid. He was locked in. He's got a great feel, and that's the backbone of the band. We need that. We need that driving force. I think Steve's listening to all the music all the time, and we needed that. It made a huge difference. So it was a no-brainer for us to bring in Steve.
Absolutely. And then we had a different bassist, and that didn't work out.
Really?
They just, the bassist wanted to change the music, and we didn't want to change the music. And at first it didn't seem like it, but then he did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
And he was a little bit of a manipulator and trying to, It wasn't pretty. It was kind of like, oh, I'm going to be your best friend so that I can do the thing that I want. And he wasn't putting the time in that he needed either to really embody the music.
Right.
So it was just as well that it was a lot of torment for us for a little while.
Oh, that's bad. But at least now it's not.
No, it's
Right.
not, because we started auditioning bassists, and I had been looking for a bassist for, I don't know, I want to say like probably fortunately we got a bassist within 2 weeks, but I had already started putting feelers out because I had a feeling we were gonna lose the other one. And which is, it's heartbreaking, right? Because we spent almost a year with him.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
that was rough. The drummer, I think, was like 4 months, and that was hard enough. But the bassist was almost a year. Steve is a year
Yeah.
in July, so
It's
we've
hard
been
to
with Steve
break
almost
up
a year.
with, band members,
Yeah, it is hard.
It's
Yeah.
especially,
Hard.
after a time.
Yeah, especially because
Yeah.
it was the first time we've done this, since we first met, and we put so much faith and hope and trust in them, right? And this is our baby, and we love that
Yes.
that people, and for a while he seemed to be treating it like his baby, and Steve certainly treats it with a lot of respect. And now we have Chisar, who treats it like everyone treats it like it's their own, and that's the thing, right? Because this is our heart and soul, right? That's what we do.
Yeah.
So it was tough, but then I put feelers out, and we got a bunch of auditions, the virtual auditions, lots of great ones, lots of
All right.
right. So we got a lot of that. But then I got a Facebook message from Chisar, who I've known since 2018. And he said, "How do I audition?" And I was like, "First of all, how did you hear?" Because I forgot that I put it on Facebook, not on Facebook, but on Facebook band areas, different band pages. And I said, "Yeah." And he came in. It was down to him and one other person, and we picked him. The other bassist was great too, but they didn't have the energy and the feel. And again,
Yeah.
Bruce is a better bassist than I am, because I'm not a bassist, so I can let him speak to really what we heard in Jazar as well. I know what I like, but Bruce is the technician of the two of us.
Well, I would say we, to begin with, because we've been doing this as a duo for so long, we were kind of like, well, does anybody?
Oh, he froze.
Man, why is everybody freezing tonight?
Maybe
It's 1,000 freaking degrees outside.
It's everybody's stream.
Oh, that you're back.
Yay.
All right.
Freaking
Yeah.
World Cup.
Hooray! Yeah, we were flattered that previous bass player wanted to play with us, and he was a great player, but he just didn't have the right anything. So when we went back to look.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
dropped again.
Poor bassist. we were just looking for something different. We were looking for somebody who had more of a feel, more of a kind of like a natural, like a good ear and a good groove, right? So we were looking for somebody that had that, not just a technician, but somebody who had a feel. And obviously, hopefully somebody who really gelled with Steve, right? That was something that's really important to us too. And they can play off each other. They can, have that unspoken language, which is critical to a really solid, rhythm section. And, I think, when we heard the two, both again were great bass players, but I think one of the things that was really important to us is that there was a difference in, I don't know, there was a joy. First of all, there's this amazing joy that Chisar has, but then also there is this feel, this great ear. He's got a really great ear, and he can jump in, and he also has this great, I really like it because I feel like he also has this courage to say, hey, I think this could be here. And we need that too. Steve has the same thing. Bruce's audio did not work. So we're
it was fun yesterday, despite so Christina wasn't feeling well yesterday. We had a rehearsal, so it was just the three of us. And we didn't, it's not that we didn't miss Christina, but instrumentally the rehearsal was good. I thought we ran through all of the songs we wanted to play for the event that we're doing on the 11th with Rock Mama.
Yeah,
And all of the songs felt good, and there was lots of back and forth about. Shazar being so new to the band, he's concerned about playing the right stuff at the right time in the right way. So it was really good. So we didn't. It's not that we didn't miss you, Christina, but it was good.
Good. I'm glad.
We kept trying to turn up. We kept trying to turn up your microphone on the board, but it didn't make any difference.
It didn't work. Nothing worked. I know. Did you want to finish? I just kind of filled in the whole basis.
I'm sure you did great. Yeah, the bass player thing was a debacle, and we just lucked out that Shazar saw it, and I didn't even know he was a bass player. I thought he was a guitar player only, and I thought, oh, he wants to audition. Well, okay, you let him have his fun, but I don't know what's going to happen. And we had a couple of bass players come out to play with us, and Shazar just had the right feel, the right flavor. Internalized it, and so much enthusiasm. So,
and it didn't hurt that he's my friend, and he's been my friend for several years. So that also, I knew his character, I knew who he was. So bringing him in, there is no real risk, like, oh well, is this new bassist gonna? I know who he is. I know his heart. So I knew it was a great fit. So I'm going to be quiet. And Shazar, did you want to share, your thoughts about wanting to join us? I'd love to hear it.
Oh, sure. Well, I just want to go back first and say, it is so hard, I think, to let go of musicians that are already working with you. Yeah. It's so hard to replace somebody, especially when you've been with them for a year or 2 years or whatever, because everybody that shows up does put in their heart, their time, their energy. And we always appreciate that. But I think it just speaks volumes on how important chemistry is, and having similar musical values and directions, and also understanding, sort of what yours, as a musician, what is your spot in that group? How much can you bite off, as part of the creative process, you mentioned the previous bass player wanted to change the music, and the way I look at it, and I feel like maybe this helped me out with securing the position as bass player in ASNT, is that I looked at it as, how can I support the song as much as possible and just have like the song pop out even more than it already is? Is there any way I can do that, but without overplaying or without sticking out like a sore thumb? So it's like cooking. You want to add flavor, but you don't want to overpower the dish. You still want the dish to be the main center of attention, not the seasonings.
Is he calling me a dish? Take it. I think he's calling me a dish.
Stay away from
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm just kidding. No, but it's true. I mean,
for some reason, Justin Bieber, you got that yummy comes to mind right now. But yeah, I was a little hesitant to.
Who is this Justin Bieber you're talking about?
Oh my God!
I don't know, some Canadian dude, I think.
So yeah, some kid with a beaver cut.
Is that a new artist I should check out?
I mean,
he's only been around for 20 some years.
Really?
Really?
Wow,
has he been there around that long?
Yeah.
Does he have kids?
Oh my God!
I think he does now, actually.
Oh my!
That he knows about.
Oh my God!
That's a key component.
So, Shazar, you said you were hesitant? I heard.
Well,
hesitant.
only a tiny bit. Only a tiny bit, because I do have my other band that I play in, and my my project.
Okay.
So I do sing and play guitar with Free the Zombies, which is this group I have with my friend Derek and We just brought in a new bass player too. So, you know, we're trying to be busy with that. And, you know, but I've always admired ASNT so much. And I love Christina. I love Bruce. They're great people.
Yes,
I met Steve at, I think it was one of their first shows together at the Mamba in Huntington Beach, like last year. I met him and I thought he was super cool and an excellent drummer. So it was very enticing, you know, now that they were looking for a bass player to, you know, Christina actually approached me a year ago. You didn't talk about that yet, Christina, but she approached me a year ago, and I was like, I think I'm going to be too busy. You know, I had all these plans to be super busy playing solo shows, band shows with Free the Zombies, and I was like, I really want to, but I cannot. And this time around, I was like, wow, I'm not as busy as I thought I was. And I was like, you know what? I think it would be just radical to play with them. I love the music, for starters. That's, you know, I love the music. I love them as people. And I was like, you know, just kind of like the image in my head of me being up there playing with them and the sound I heard in my head, I was like, wow, that's like, I think it's going to be really good if I can, you know, if they would want me. So it actually, my hesitation was only like 0.1% of like time wise, but I was like, you know what, I'm totally going to make this work if they want me. So I immediately, I didn't, you know, it took me a split second to message her and say, as soon as I start a post in some Facebook group page, Musicians Wanted or something, I was like, yeah, where do I sign up? And they sent me a track. Yeah, she sent me a track to record to with no bass track. And I didn't listen to the recording. I just made up my own thing to it. And turns out they liked it enough to call me in to audition live.
Nice.
And it was history after that.
Yeah, and I did ask him to be a bassist a year ago because I knew he was a kick-ass bassist. And of course, having a friend in your, you know, your pet project, of course, that would be ideal, but it didn't work out. So my first thought was, wait, can you do this now? So it was really exciting. But, you know, from Chisar, who has, you know, his own stuff going on the side, so does Steve.
Right. Steve is busy, man.
Wow. Well, drummers tend to be. Oh my goodness.
Yes, good drummers especially.
For yeah, especially.
Well, when Christina first approached me at the, so first of all, when I play the gigs I play, I can count on one hand the number of times people have come up to me and talked to me. Oh. Normally they approach the singer, the lead guitar player. They're always interested in those people. And I just tear down my drums and pack up and get the hell out of there. And so Christina made an effort to say that she appreciated my playing and that she really liked it and so forth. And then when I shared the comment, the only thing I really observed about, I was impressed with the music, the technicality of it, and that it just seemed like their drummer at the time. My first comment was that he seemed terrified. Yeah. And that he just wasn't locking in with the band. So the rest of the band was great, but he just was kind of, I think he was more afraid about the next 4 bars than tying. He was really listening. So anyway, that was my impression. And that was my impression. I listened to their set, and the band I was playing in is a very different genre. It's kind of, think Smithereens meets Cheap Trick or something. So it's a very different genre of music, and we were following them. So I was listening to their set while I was setting up my drums off stage to be ready for my own set. So it was kind of half listening, but that's what stuck out to me. So when Christina approached me initially after the show, I was a bit taken aback. I mean, nobody pays any attention to me. So so it was nice to get the compliment, and then B, when I shared what I thought about the drummer, she says, well, we're actually looking for someone else. And I said, well, gosh,
my wife would kill me.
I'm in 6 other projects, I should say. I play with 6 other projects, and my wife would kill me.
Yep. And I said, oh, okay. I
So-
said, well, then let's just, I don't want to get
So-
you in trouble. That's okay. And-
Yeah. So, but that's when the conversation about their next gig and my curiosity about how it went. But the thing for me was, I may be in a lot of projects, but only because they're all original music. They don't play. It's not that intense. So as an example, I've only had a couple gigs this month, really. So, and in true to form, 3 bands out of the ones I play with are all looking for bass players. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, one retired, one quit, and so that's the classic musician struggle.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm looking forward to more ASNT gigs and hoping that we get really busy.
Oh, we're going to get busy because we have, as Rock Mama said, I hear a weird sound. Is it just me?
Yeah, there's something going on there.
And there's something crashing.
It might be my cooler over here.
I think
Yeah,
she's
sounds
making. Are you making some coffee with that gigantic
It's-
coffee machine behind you?
Sounds like you're being electrocuted.
I'm a chef, not really. Well, I only play barista on Thursdays
Ah,
because I have to.
well, we are playing like Rock Mama has said, hey Rock Mama in the chat, and as Steve has mentioned on the 11th, we're playing their benefit, which I know both of you are very familiar with. I used to have them in the Pacific
Yes.
Northwest. So they're doing that here, and Bakersfield, right, which is a lot around the corner from us, but we will drive anywhere for Stacy and Chuck. So and do whatever they need us to do. We just love them. So, and it's a great cause, obviously, and it's an honor to be asked to play. And then we're going to go in September. We'll be playing in San Francisco for a mini tour, and we're going to be meeting with our probable manager, which is a personal booker kind of person. So we talked to that person who has booked us a couple times. So we're hoping to kind of have that person help us book different places and maybe even shop us to labels and stuff, like indie labels and stuff. So we're trying to up our thing. So it's one step at a time, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yes.
that's what we're
Yes.
trying to do, because I'm tired of booking us. Tired.
It's a lot of work. It's
It
It is a
Wow.
lot of work.
It really is.
wearing
It's
all of the
endless
hats
work.
gets to be very, very exhausting. So,
Yeah.
take your time, and hopefully this and works out for you. That would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be really cool. We do, and we also have Rock Mama out there working for us all the time, trying to get us shows, trying to get us, any sort of I mean, just press of any kind. She's our biggest advocate. She's a huge fan, a dear friend. We could not say enough about her, and I'm so grateful we got to meet all of you when we did a very expensive, very tough tour, but we knew we needed to do it. And it's amazing the people you meet along the way, and I can't wait to come back out so that everybody can meet you. That would be like, so the whole band can meet
Yes.
you.
That would be really cool to
That would-
see.
That would be so much fun. We could all play a show together.
That would be
fun.
amazing. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that would be amazing. Oh, Rock Mama.
Rock Mama
And hey,
says,
Paul.
"I love you." Aw. Love you
So
I miss you, Rock Mama, so much.
so much.
how could you not?
I
How
know.
could you not?
I just love her.
Oh, she's back.
A rotating cast.
Yeah, I like the
Oh,
rotating cast of
Getting
characters.
confusing.
A Brady Bunch action.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Now Cesar's
Hey.
back. Wow, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, you're gonna go there in August. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, she'll be back to
yay.
see y'all in August.
Yay,
Yes.
Wes. That's awesome.
But that was all. I think those are all my stories. I thought they were pretty good, but I think I'm out of stories now.
I think it's interesting. I was just looking at Spotify, and in place of, In Deceit, the song In Deceit has 5,000 plus streams.
Ooh, that's
and
great stuff.
and in Place of Breathing has 4,600 streams.
Nice.
Nice.
But I would have
Wow.
thought
I made about 25 cents.
isn't well, maybe isn't Dear Malcontent the most recent single?
It was
It was up
Oh
in
no!
the ante. The most
Up in
recent.
the ante, right.
ASNT.
Yeah, so
And
we haven't
that's
pushed that
just-
enough yet. We
Yeah,
pushed
that's
the other
still-
two.
Yeah.
Spotify's still reporting under 1,000, so that
Dang.
doesn't make sense.
Okay,
That doesn't make sense because I've listened to it at least 1,000 times.
I was just gonna say 1,000 of those listens are me trying to learn the
That's
songs.
right. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
believe their algorithm is entirely accurate.
No.
I agree. I don't think it is either. But we are.
But
I
I haven't listened to other streaming sources, so I don't know where they stand.
Yeah,
Well,
we're out there everywhere.
we're on everything, of course. You know, it's what we do. But I will tell you, ladies, I cannot tell you that there is something super magic about having other people who love your music like you love it and who are willing to put the time and energy into making it amazing and to playing it with you. And I think after a while you start to think, well, nobody would do or care about it the way we do or care about it. And that's just not true. We found two people who do. And it's incredibly gratifying and humbling and our honor to be able to play with them. And it's so great. We played our first show with Chazar on the 23rd, and it was a completely different feel. It was just completely different. It wasn't that it wasn't great before, but it was different in every way. It just felt
Better energy.
better
Yeah.
energy and better feel, just kind of following. And I feel like we all played better. It just felt like it feels like a really good mix of people.
I can,
That's
So
awesome.
I can
That's
share
so-
I can share a link to the video recording of it if anyone's interested. So
oh yeah,
nice.
that's right, Steve.
hit us up.
We have to talk. Can we talk
Drop
about
it in the
Steve?
chat.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about Steve for a minute. So
Yes, please do.
Steve
Yes.
just talks about how he's a drummer, and that's great. And yes, he's a drummer and he's in 7 bands and we're his favorite. No, he doesn't pick favorites. But so yes, right. So, but the thing is what you don't know about Steve is he's a craftsman and he built his own, gig gig cases. Yeah, his drum cases. He's, retrofitted this van that he uses and he has rails that he puts his stuff in. He gets there early, sets up lights that he built and created so that we have lighting on the stage. It's incredible. He is a consummate professional. He's there early. He's just absolutely amazing. It's insane. He's a technician. He's an artist, but then he's just also just crazy level professional. And it probably comes from his years when he first started in music a long time ago. I don't know how long ago, not that long ago, but he used to do lighting for major bands. And so I feel like he learned all this professionalism and this economy of motion on how to do things. And it's just amazing because you see it all the time. But
just building up to, and he records every show.
He records every show we play. He's got 2 cameras. He's got a drum cam.
Service.
Then he usually has a cam in front, and then he will take them and he'll trap them up
Oh, that's
into
awesome.
here's this song.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
And
We didn't know we were getting all that. What was
The
that?
dedication that he has.
Dedication.
Because he shows up at, we play at 8 or 9, and he showed up at like 6 to set up the lights. And then he had to, he stayed till the very last band played after us until they finished their set so he can break down the lights and put them, take them up. So he was there for probably like 5 hours.
6 hours? Yeah.
Even though we're on stage for 1 hour, he was there for 5 or 6 hours. I mean, that's just beyond, the norm amount of energy that people put into things like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's remarkable.
Definitely above and beyond and amazing. And we did not know any of the other stuff. We just knew he was a great drummer. We didn't know any of the other stuff, right? Because we didn't know he came with lighting and all. that was all bonus. We didn't know that. These are add-ons. If you could check all this stuff, you're like, can I also get the lighting? Can I also get the but we didn't have that.
So when I was in high school, so I grew up playing piano as a little kid. My parents made me learn the piano.
Too.
And then after 5 years of playing the piano, I talked to my parent. We moved to Holland because my dad worked for IBM, and while I was riding my bike to classes, so started the piano there. I got sick of it, and I unfortunately talked my mom into letting me quit. And so a few years later, I started guitar and realized that I wasn't a guitarist. I studied trumpet for a little while because my dad was a trumpet player. And then I saw Hart play Barracuda on late night television.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael DeRosier played Barracuda, and I was hooked at that point. So
That's awesome.
so and as it happened, I was in Ohio visiting my aunt and uncle. My uncle had a drum set in the garage. I saw that show, and I literally the next morning went out and started banging on the drums. And the irony, of course, is that my dad always had a drum set in the house because he liked the drums. So for my whole life, there was always a drum set. There's video of me, I mean, not video, but pictures and some audio that my mom recorded of me playing drums at like 4 and 5 years old. But,
Wow, that's
I mean, it's pretty terrible. But ultimately, so at 15, I got serious about drums, and I started taking lessons immediately. And all I had to do was run into one guy at school that was a guitar player and found out I played drums. I was in a band. I'd had like two lessons, and I was already playing in a band. and we had like we basically played every Blue Oyster Cult song we could manage.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of cowbell there.
Yeah. So long story shorter or longer. When I graduated high school, the band I was playing in got really lazy suddenly. The singer and the guitar player wanted to have weekends off to hang out with their girlfriends. And I looked at them like they were lunatics. It's like, did you know that Friday and Saturday were like the best nights to play?
Right.
So,
Yes.
It's like telling a hairstylist that, you shouldn't work on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So they hairstylists take Monday and Tuesday off because that's when nobody gets a haircut.
Right.
So I said, well, that's ridiculous. I'm going to find a band that wants to work. So I quit. But in the meantime, I ended up working for a big rock band that would travel the East Coast. They showed up at a club. I would go see them every time they played in town. I showed up. I showed up there before they did. They showed up. Their truck. They had a flat. They had one guy. They were missing a sound guy, and the keyboard player was in the truck with them, helping them set up because they had to get the gig done. So I helped them load in, I helped them set up, I helped them tear down, I helped them load out. And at the end of the night, the keyboard player said, "Steve, what are you doing the rest of the weekend?" Well, 2 years later, I was still working for them.
Nice.
So I never did find another band. I just ended up working for another band. And that turned into a lighting gig, which ultimately moved me from New York to Atlanta. And I ended up touring with 38 Special, Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Nice.
Dina Marie, Patti Smythe and Scandal, Kool and the Gang, all kinds of bands. So I did that for a long time. But then when I met my wife while I was on the road, I decided that this was something I was doing until I met my wife. I got off the road and I went from the traveling production circuit to construction production. So I went into theater construction.
Oh, wow.
But I was still traveling quite a bit because theaters are spread all over the United States. So you have to go work where they are.
Yeah.
But ultimately I ended up not traveling as much and I could play drums again. So I started woodshedding and auditioning for people, and I played for bands in upstate New York. And then I moved to California and ended up on the road for 10 years again. So in 2015 and 16, I started woodshedding again because I wasn't traveling as much and playing drums. And so here I am. So finally playing drums seriously again, putting a lot of time and effort into
That's
it.
awesome.
Good.
Well,
But
so
all of my
we also
past
didn't know that.
touring experience just informs everything else I do. So.
Yeah, none of that was on our bingo card either when we got Steve. We did not see any of that coming, but you can see all of that professionalism and experience come out and how he handles every situation and how he handles his equipment and the shows and everything. So all 7 of us bands are very lucky.
Right.
So apart from Bruce, who I know saw Rush this week, Are any of you expecting to see Rush on their current tour?
No, but I heard their new drummer is she is amazing. That's what I
She's
heard.
insanely
Like very
talented.
Kurt like.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So
So I met.
feel like it's a big loss. You feel like there's a new energy that's there. It's really amazing.
So the funny story for me is I met their lighting director in the 80s, 81, on a tour when they came through my hometown. I went with the bass player in my high school band basically to go see them. We were walking to the ticket booth to buy tickets back when you would do that. You go physically buy tickets somewhere.
Yeah.
But on our way to the ticket booth, there's this long-haired guy who's pacing us, walking sort of next to us, and he's got one of those silver Halliburton metal briefcases in his hands, and he goes, "Hey guys, what are you doing?" And we go, "Well, we're going to go buy tickets to the show tonight." He goes, "Never mind that. Follow me." And so we go, "Okay." And so we walk past the ticket booth, around the arena, into the truck bay, into the arena, and he parks us next to the lighting and sound booth or desk out in the middle of the audience. Says, "Hey, crash, park it here, hang out. I got to go warm up." And I said, "Wait a minute, who the hell are you?" And he's like, "Well, I'm Gary. I'm the drummer for Max Webster. I'm opening up for the show tonight." So the drummer for Max Webster walked us into the show and parked us right next to the lighting desk. So I'm 17 and in a band playing high school bars in high school playing in bars because the drinking
I was
age
like,
was
high
18.
school bars, where?
The drinking age was 18 in Europe at the time.
Yeah.
So I was 17, but my license was easy to change from 62 to 60 because you could kind of scratch things out. It was on paper. So anyway, so I ended up talking to Howard, the LD for Rush, as Rush is coming out on stage to sound check, for God's sake. And to my shock, Howard is actually entertaining my conversation, asking my questions, and actually listening and answering. So that was 81. And
Nice.
83, I was touring with 38 Special, and we were at Universal Amphitheater in California. And I'm pushing faders on the lighting console for the lighting guys that are up on the trusses focusing stuff before my turn. And a guy sits down next to me, and I look to my left, and it's Howard. So just 4 years later, 3-4 years later, I'm sitting next to Howard in the opposite kind of relationship. And the only reason he was there was because the laser company that we'd hired, that 38 Special was using for that tour, was somebody he was considering using for the current and ongoing Rush tour.
Nice.
Show lasers. So, but I got to look over and say, "Holy shit, it's Howard Ungerleider." And I explained to him. I said, "Hey, we met once before, but when I was a teenager." And so we've been Facebook friends ever since. I haven't seen him in person in a long time.
That's awesome.
So seeing Rush come to life like this, when he's been their lighting director from basically the company Howard worked for, sent him to Rush to try to save the band, as production manager, et cetera, et cetera. So not only was he their lighting director, but he's also their production manager. It's just a hell of a guy.
Nice.
So all these years later, I'm so happy for him, so for Rush, et cetera, and my own little tiny piece of it. The other funny thing is that I worked for a rock band in upstate New York that got signed to the RCA Records called 805. And one of their lighting guys was just their junior lighting guy. And I did a few days with them filling in when one of their guys was out sick.
Wow.
And Ed has been touring with C Factor Lighting ever since, but he's done like 10 or 12 Rush tours over the years. And Peter Gabriel and McCartney and all kinds of other people.
Wow.
But I can't imagine at my age doing that kind of work today, but he's still doing it. So I have to give props for that. But anyway, if you're in the Seattle area, I don't care how much it costs. You really get a chance to go see him if you can.
It would be really.
I just wanted to say hi to James, who's out there. Hi, James.
Yeah,
oh my
James.
gosh,
Hi,
thank
James.
you so much. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. And thank you to everyone who joined. I don't know if there's anything we haven't already shared about us ourselves that people would want to know, but it's always so fun.
You know, we've had so much music. We have so much new music that's going to be coming up too. We already have the next single recorded. It's called Masters of None.
Yep.
We're having that professionally mastered right now. It's such a high energy track. We have some cool ideas for the video that we're going to put out, and we want to watch social media because we're going to put out a request for people to be in our video, which will be pretty awesome. So we've got all these songs, and Christina and I have a little side project as well of our own. It's called the Blackbird Veil. We actually have too many songs for ASNT sometimes. Because, you know, the creative part of this endeavor is like the part that's really meaningful to me. And creating new things, creating a song from scratch, making it up, and being able to play it with great musicians like these guys, and above all, an amazing singer like Christina to bring these songs to life. That just makes my whole world good, you know. So that's what I'm in it for. So I wrote all these songs, and Christina's singing some of the additional songs with this side project. We have one song out so far.
It's a new project.
Yeah. But we've got a depth of music, and the cool thing is, if you've seen us play live as a duo, there's just a lot more energy and depth. We rock pretty hard as a duo. I think maybe the hardest rocking duo on the planet. You know, but now we really filled up the sound, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different. It's very different. It hits different. It sounds different. So we do plan to tour more. So we do want to come back to the Pacific Northwest and do some stuff out there. We definitely do. So we will, but it's, there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more we have so much music. This guy is prolific. He can write literally music all the time. So we have a backlog of music that the gentlemen haven't heard yet that we're working on and trying to finalize. We workshop them here, right? And then we bring them to the group and we start to learn them. But before we do that, Bruce has a very specific way of recording all of these. And he actually plays all the instruments, which is probably not the norm, but that's how his recording process goes. So by the time I get it, it's pretty much ready for me to record and then mix and master and get out. So it's pretty, there's an economy there. We just get it done really quickly. It's just, if I like my singing, that's a whole other thing. If not, I hold it up for a long time because I didn't like that. I did 6 takes or 10 takes and I didn't like them. He's like,
and we spend a long time on the mixing and mastering. This song in particular, it's been a ton of time on this, so much that we had to get a third party involved and get a professional mastering job on it. So we're excited about what that's going to sound like. But
sometimes it's better to get a third person to master, because you've heard it 8 billion times. So your ears are kind of numb to it. Whereas you bring in somebody who's fresh and never heard this song before, you know, and they might have some insights and.
Right.
Exactly. But it's an exciting song for a lot of reasons. One of which is, I mentioned to the guys last night, that this was the first song that I wrote when I knew that we were not going to do the live looping anymore. I used to have to write songs and arrangements thinking about, well, how am I going to play this live with this setup? As much stuff as I could pull off. I couldn't pull off everything that way. So this song, you could never do it as a live looping. It has too many changes, too many parts. And it sounds great. I mean, with the live version with these guys,
oh my gosh,
it's really powerful, high energy. And poor Shazar has had to learn all these funny scales that I play, but
he's here for it.
I love it. I love that song.
Great.
Masters of None is such a fun song, and it is so fun to play. And I can't wait to play it again in Bakersfield on the 11th of July, and in San Francisco in September. So yeah,
it's going to be great.
And I look forward to all the new stuff that is in the pipeline too. So yeah, I think we have such a good energy all together. The band just drives so well. It's like
it does. And we're new together. Chazar's only been with us little under 2 months, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we've had maybe a total of 3 rehearsals together and 1 show.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's incredible.
So we're a young band in that way, but I mean, I've known him for years, so it feels very organic. It feels really, really good, So, yeah. So, but yeah, we're so happy to have been here. Thank you for having us, and we had a lot of stories to tell.
No, we love it. I love that you guys just know how it goes.
Yes. Nice. It's great to catch up with you guys again and your new bandmates. I mean, you guys are amazing, and it sounds like your whole entire band family is just that. It's a family, and it's connected, and it feels good. That's great.
It feels complete. Yes.
I'll wait for you to see us and hear us live, ladies. You'll be like,
I'm so excited.
It'll be good. It'll be really good. So,
well, thanks for being on, and you'll have to stay in touch with us so that we can help promote and share.
I was just gonna say share.
Yes,
we will share.
And it sounds like you got some singles coming up. Can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yes. Well, maybe you'll be part of it. You'll see the call and you'll be like, hey, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be because Masters of None is about social media and how crazy social media is. So it's a song about it. It's basically saying, everyone is working toward this all the time, but they're masters of nothing, right? Because everyone's doing too many things at once and trying to be amazing at everything that we're actually end up being masters of nothing. So it's pretty powerful narrative on social media.
Yeah, did you write that about me?
It's a blessing and a curse.
No. All about.
I'm always like on a new webinar, trying to learn something new, and I still don't know nothing. I'm like, that's me.
It's just interesting when you have the things that they expect you to do as a musician to promote yourself. I'm like, it's just a lot. People will throw themselves on the mercy of social media, and it's kind of sad, So
yeah, definitely. And I guess I speak for both Crash and I, where we have been doing this for years, but we don't feel like masters at it. Like we're still just trying to muddle through the virtual world.
I'm still trying to figure out how to even do the internet still.
Seriously.
It's a lot.
How does this dial-up modem work?
Yeah.
Is that the fax or the modem?
So funny.
Well, you guys, we are out of time, but we want to have you guys plug where our followers can follow you.
Yeah, so on Instagram and Facebook, you can find us at ASNT Rocks. And so ASNT stands for ASCENT. We are on Bandcamp. We are on everything. I mean, Spotify, Apple Music, you can find our stuff everywhere. You can find all of our links because we have a link tree at asnt.rocks. So you'll find our link tree so you can look at all of our stuff. And it's great to follow us on any of those because all our new stuff is coming out. We have merch. So if you're like, hey, I want to tell everyone I love you, then we'll tell you how to get merch too.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's some great videos on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Some really great videos. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, we worked pretty hard on those videos as well. So yeah, it's just ASNT on there, right? I think it's ASNT. Yeah. So you can find us there. So yeah, there's lots of ways you can find us, but I know that if you are like, I don't remember any of that. I know that our friends at Musicians Hangout will steer you in the right direction if you need it.
Of course.
I'm curious, do you see the link in the chat? Because on
I don't see it.
I do not.
So when I look at it on my phone, I don't see it. When I look at it So when I look at it on YouTube, I see it in the concurrent chat, but I don't see it in the Facebook, or I don't see it in the screen. So that, if you want it, yeah, if you want to watch the video from the last gig, let Christina know and I can send you a link to it.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you.
Yeah, of course. Oh, always a good time with you guys.
Always.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Always. And time goes by too quickly.
It does.
I know. I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, it's already 8. That's weird.
I know, it's weird.
Too much fun.
I've only been doing this like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Time flies when we're having fun. And you guys were great guests. I mean, the stories are what, we want to hear and we want to feature on Musicians Hangout. So thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, guys.
We'll have you back. Yeah.
Yes.
See you later.
All right. Take care.
Everyone. Have a great night. Stay safe. Keep
Thank
rocking
you.
out
Thank
there.
you.
And I'll take us out. Let's go.
Right.
Bye, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. See you next week.